You're being filmed. Oh boy, I'll tell you what. I should have filmed it on the way here. I thought it was going to be boring. It wasn't. Look at this. It's crazy. Hold on to your knickers. Tomorrow is a bank holiday, and everybody that had to go to work today has got one thing on their mind. Getting home, getting the aperitif inside them. And in the way they're driving, you'd think they'd already had the aperitif. It was madness, utter madness, Wilfred. Sorry. Oh, what are you doing? Taking crazy evasive action. I think he's trying to let me through, I'm not quite sure. That takes care of that. I'm tempted to go the back way. We'll see. Tempted to go the back way, but it won't be as interesting as going this way. In many ways, a bit quieter. Okay. Some loony on my tail. Watch this guy here. Slide in. That is really unpleasant. Ducati. Ooh, full beam. Look at that, I can see. Back on main road. Traffic diesel here. Spikey Biker. Hi mate. Spikey was telling us a story about how he was outside a station one time and he got the crap beaten out of him. I thought I might tell a story. I was lucky. I could run bloody fast. What happened was this. This was in Headingley, which is a suburb of Leeds. I was cycling to my mate's house, my mate Nick. I was cycling on the pavement, and there was this tiny little kid dressed like a full-on skinhead. You know, shaved head, boots, jeans as tight as you like, the lot. But he was half my size. I mean, I was quite a tall kid. This kid was, I must have been about 13, and this kid looked about, I don't know, 8. Must have been older than that, but anyway. Well, this kid balls me out for cycling on the pavement, and I'm like, I just stood there and took it, and he was acting really hard, you know. So I walked away from this on my bicycle, because I was cycling it, and I literally got off my bike to shut him up, walked away. I went around Nick's house, and I was feeling really stupid, and I just thought, you know what I should have done? I should have bopped that kid. Gobshite. I didn't tell Nick exactly what we were doing, which was probably a mistake. Anyway, seeing as how it's his neighbourhood and everything as well. But anyway, I went walking back with Nick. I said, come with me, I'm looking for something, you know, come with me. I can't remember how specific or unspecific I was. I think I actually did tell him what the score was, and he wasn't too hot for it. We walked about 500 yards, maybe more, and then up a side alley, I saw this little kid, and he was there on his own, kind of outside a house, which I thought was a bit peculiar, and looking back on it, I would just I was stupid, because what he was doing was he was on the lookout for his mates, and his mates were in the process of burgling a house. I shouted at him various obscenities, nothing too harsh because I didn't actually know many at that stage in my life, but the next thing I knew, this kid whistles, and I'm not kidding, about 6 or 7 of the biggest, hardest, obviously we were we were only 13, these guys were like, oldest could have been anything up to 21. All these skinheads came piling out of this house, which was clearly not their own, and they came running after us. And I mean, they came running after us like, men with a purpose. And I tell you what, me and Nick, we hopped it. We ran so fast. We ran and we ran. We hopped through gardens, the whole business. And those guys, however big they were, they didn't get 1 yard on us. Not 1 yard. Because we were running with the power of fear. Sheer fucking fear. And so nothing came of it, because we knew the area quite well, probably maybe a little bit better than they did, because we were always hopping through people's gardens, not to do mischief. The idea of walking on through someone's garden discreetly without causing damage didn't bother us at all. But we got away. It's a good job we did, because I tell you, these guys seriously meant business. And if you know anything about Leeds, if you've ever kind of experienced some of the fringe kind of things that go on there, and I haven't really, I've got nothing like the experience of Spikey, the kind of football scene, if you know what I mean, that has nothing to do with football. So that was my story, although didn't actually end up with a hair of my head getting touched. It so easily could, and it was entirely my stupid fucking fault. You can see, you can tell, you can feel it when some people, they're just not right in their head, and it's like Spikey said, his guys were on drugs or whatever. But there are some people, they don't even need drugs, they're not right in the head. And they just don't care. So there it is. Have a good evening. I'm going to sign off now, unless anything interesting happens. Ooh. Sounded like a supermodel. I hope nothing interesting happens. Thank you, Bessie. We interrupt our programme because we're going to the shops. See you in a minute.